Do I make videos just because I like talking to myself? Well, no, that's not the goal because I talk to the videos to try to share my overwhelming knowledge that I've studied. And no, I mean, honestly, I like to share epiphanies. I like to share. Anytime I get an epiphany, I like to share it. I have some old epiphanies I try to refresh and remember and piece the puzzle together. And if Facebook doesn't like me and YouTube doesn't like me, they disagree with me. I don't really think it's fair that they make it hard for me to view, but they're not the only ones blocking my views. It's a lot of people disagree with something or don't like something. Uh, I don't have the best resume. I'm not the most eloquent speaker. Um, some subjects I don't know. I talk a lot about drug laws, and people think that's a scary subject. They really disagree and it's a tricky subject because people act crazy on medicine, but it's medicine. And so it should be, bottom to summarize, it should be in licensed hands, dealers' hands, not in stealers and killers' hands, right? So that's to sum up, but it's not a promotion of more use. There's more promotion with it being out in the streets and people's hands out there instead of behind a counter or whatever. So that's no, I do. If I have to talk to myself and I get blocked enough to talk to myself, I can. I still like making videos and just documenting some points that I make to refer back to, and I can share with people sometimes. I can share a video with somebody sometimes or whatever. So I don't count it all loss, but I would hope that certain videos I make uncover some tricks we fell for in society. And there's some lies out there, and YouTube, Facebook, or I'll just say social media. I won't say YouTube for sure, but social media in general, supports some of the lies, and they don't want somebody to hear the counter truth, and that's not right, and that's not fair. And they even support the side of politics that's against monopolies, but they're the ones doing the monopolies and with capitalism, capitalistic monopolies. That's one of the problems. Capitalism's great, but it's not perfect. But that's one of the problems with that capitalism can have. But we have measures to guard against that. We've created those. But the people who have attacked capitalism are the same ones that support these monopolies, and they only let you hear one side of the story, and most of the time it's not a true side. So, for instance, with Donald Trump, $200 billion he gave to black folks, they need to, when they call Donald Trump racist, they need to address why he gave $200 billion to black folks for college and business and discuss whether that was racist or not. Obviously, it's not a racist move. He cared for that community. He also just cared that for whatever reason, it seems like they've been left out of some things. So he thought they needed help in general. And so he helped. He gave like a reparation, is what it is, $200 billion. And so they're lying about him being racist, and they don't want people to know that. And people need to know that. That's cheating. That's also cheating about who gets elected. And some of them are trying to steal our country away. Some of them, maybe they don't realize the country is going to disappear, but they have certain issues. Some people just stick with, maybe they like abortion. And it's no other reason that they like the Democrats, but they like abortion or they like same-sex marriage. And then they know that he opposes that, so they start hating him. But he did a lot of good stuff, like he got our military paid. He slowed down the flow of fentanyl crossing our borders, which has killed more Americans than almost anything, right? And that's real genocide. So it's really it might be a racist motive. There's probably other reasons. Maybe that's not the motive, but it could be a racist motive that the Democrats let the fentanyl cross our borders because it may be killing a lot of black folks. But it's killing white folks too. It's killing both white and black folks. But who's it killing the most of, I'm not sure. So, no, I'm not here to just talk to myself and or to be a narcissist, which I forget what the definition of that is. I used to prefer not to show my face on video and stay private and all that. I don't necessarily prefer it. I've gotten used to it. But I feel it's more effective to show your face and talk. It's more effective than writing in a way because you hear the passion. If I'm not just sitting there trying to remember something or just get a quick point out there, and sometimes I show the passion behind it. I can do that in the future more. And so and that's really how the Democrats win a lot of stuff. They show fake anger and they sell their points by showing anger and passion, and people believe it when they tell a lie. They'll tell a lie with anger and passion. And they think, oh, he's got to be a racist if they're that angry about it or whatever. So that's really how they sell their lies a lot. And so, and stuff that's really bad for you, they'll sell it with anger and passion, fake anger and passion. And maybe it's not fake anger, but it's fake passion. I guess it's not totally fake passion, but it's passion supporting evil or anger supporting evil. The anger may be fake. Passion might not be fake. The anger may be fake. That's an analysis. All right. I'm sorry. But you have, boy, I had another point I wanted to get out, and I want to keep it under 8 minutes if I can. So I just, I'm not into talking to myself, but guess what? When we think in our minds and we're not speaking, we're talking to ourselves quietly in our minds. And so if I have to take up talking to myself to tell the truth, to be able to share the truth somewhere, maybe I'll take that up. Maybe the Democrats are forcing me to have to talk to myself. But I like getting the practice a little bit. And some days my memory is better than others. Yesterday I had a chocolate binge, and that affects my memory. The last few days I've had a little bit of a sugar binge. I've gotten off my diet, and that affects my memory. Sometimes when I'm on fasting, that affects my memory. But I have some good days where my memory is sharp. And not just that, but I got a brainstorm epiphany, and I wish I could time it right. Sometimes when I get those, I have to wait a few hours before I can record, and I'm like, oh man, I lost that the whole brainstorm, the whole puzzle I had in my head put together. I've moved on to some other subjects, but I go back and I try to make a video and refresh that. And it's not as good as it would have been if I could have done it right fresh. I wish I could do that, and wish I had time to put more time into each thing. But I'm trying to cover a lot of subjects. But no, I'm not just making videos to talk to myself. I'm trying to share them, and I want a lot of people to see them, especially the ones that I think are most effective in uncovering lies or even solutions and proposing solutions. And so I guess I'll just end with that for now, even though I forgot something I was going to say earlier. But for time's sake, to try to be more effective, I'll end it now. 1 John 4:8. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love.